Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Monday. It's 2 o'clock already. Time flies. Thank you so much. I'm Ozzy Mora.
I'm Kirsten Joyce. Someone's making some rumbling. Is that Daryl over there?
Is it or is it me?
I think it's Daryl.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all good. Our viewers were just wondering what that sound was, I'm sure. Oh, thank you for tuning in. We do appreciate that. We hope you enjoyed your weekend, too. Cold in the mornings, but beautiful in the afternoons.
Oh, yes. Had to change up my wardrobe just a tad bit. I did see 80s maybe popping up, but we'll get to the weather
on Saturday.
soon.
I know. We'll get there.
All right, let's get to one of our top stories that we've been following. If you know, then you know what's been going on. Chaos in Mexico after a cartel leader killed. So a lot was happening over the weekend. I know there's shelter in place for Americans, but not just for Americans, okay? It was also the residents, the people that live there that were sheltering in place in the villages as well. So what we do know, confirmed from Mexico's security secretary, at least 75 people killed. This was at last check, including 25 National Guard members following the killing of Jalisco New Generation Cartel leader. His name known as El Mencho, but his name is Nemesio Orceguera Cervantes. So U.S. personnel, like I said, currently sheltering in place. A lot of things moving and developing here. There were also flight cancellations and delays. I know I had family members at the airport when this was all happening and their flights were instantly canceled. Luggage lost, just a lot of chaos there at the airport. On Sunday morning, Mexican special forces supported allegedly by U.S. intelligence raided a hideout in Talpalpa, Jalisco. So it's kind of like a small little village, not super small, but somewhat there. El Mencho was hurt in a wooded area, and then he was flown. And during that time, that's when authorities say El Mencho died. Cartel members responded with at least more than 250 roadblocks across 20 states. So what that means is, you know, we saw when you see the burning fires, the burning cars, the burning buses. That's kind of what it means by narco bloqueos, narco blocks, in other words. Right now, this is a situation that the Mexican president, Claudia Sheinbaum, has said this is amid pressure the Trump administration. This is all due to curb fentanyl trafficking. So this kind of goes hand in hand as well. Now, the President Claudia Sheinbaum did say that things are a lot calmer today, a lot peaceful. There are Mexican authorities stationed at several places as well. And again, this is developing, so a lot of updates here, Kirsten.
Yeah, great job breaking that down for us, Ozzy. My goodness. It certainly made travel, as you mentioned, for your own family, but difficult for Americans, especially in and out of those areas like Puerto Vallarta and Cancun.
Yes.
And speaking of travel, during this partial government shutdown, entering now its second week, we want to let you know there's quite a bit of confusion at our own domestic airports because TSA PreCheck, it should remain open. Now, some people, purchase these courtesy things ahead of time, but it's being handled airport by airport. They had said this wasn't going to be available, but now ours should be. For members of Congress, courtesy escorts have been suspended. None of us have to worry about something like that. Global entry is closed to travelers. However, what they're doing during this partial government shutdown is prioritizing for the general public compared to the special privilege escorts, if you will. FEMA will be suspending all non-related disaster missions under travel restrictions as well, although they are assisting with, of course, the nor'easter back east. And we do know that the agency remained operational to support the state and local responses. We are seeing about 60 cancellations and almost 50 delays currently at Harry Reid. And, of course, that's going to change throughout the day, Ozzy.
Yeah, make sure to download your app, especially for the airlines. So let's talk about weather real quick. So we're dealing with a Las Vegas kind of warming trend, and we'll get to a little bit about the East Coast. But first, let's focus here. Our Sherry Swensk with the weather update.
Well, you guys, we're going to feel like spring as we get through our last week of February. Big changes from where we were last week with the winter storm. High clouds coming in. They've been harmless. We started out the morning with mid-40s, so that's really pretty normal instead of those very chilly 30s from the end of last week and to start off the weekend. Now, we did make it to the mid-60s on Sunday afternoon, which is very normal, an average for this time in late February. But today we're going back up to some low 70s, and then the numbers just keep climbing as we get through the week. 6:20 was the sunrise this morning. 5:29 is the sunset. And we've got 2 more weeks of standard time left before we spring forward into daylight saving time. Wow, this blizzard, this nor'easter that's been hitting the northeast, high wind, oh my gosh, has been driving snow and even some coastal flooding. They're still looking at upwards to 2 feet before that system eventually spins its way off the northeast coast later tonight. We've got an atmospheric river, a much milder system now hitting the west coast with rain and higher elevation snow. It's bringing in milder air for us, and with high pressure over the desert, our temperatures are just going to keep rising as we get through the week. Low 70s today, mid 70s tomorrow. We will have periods of clouds off and on through the week, but look how the temperatures keep going. We'll be up around record low 80s for the weekend to welcome March.
Can you believe 80?
No, I cannot. It's like 20 degrees above normal for us.
I said during the noon, it's a baby summer we're having.
Oh my gosh. Too soon, I say.
Yeah.
Guess who would love to see some of that? The East Coast, right? Oh my gosh, another nor'easter. We're going to show you some video out of Boston where they've seen the most number of power outages. We're talking nearly 300,000. We've been talking about flights. Well, they have almost 10,000 canceled. Flights suspended over the weekend from Philadelphia to Boston. Travel bans. There were travel bans in New York City and New Jersey in those areas. They lifted towards the end of the days there in like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. hours, but they didn't want people going anywhere in the cities. This was such a big impact. Daryl, do you have any family over there?
Ooh, yeah, no,
Okay.
sister in Jersey and my niece and stuff. And yeah, no, talked about all the travel impacts that Harry Reid's seeing, which a lot of them could be weather related, and the other DHS impacts. But yes, the weather for the East Coast, thousands of flights canceled today. So that's delayed. There's power outages. And yes, they were just dealing with dozens of feet of inches of snow a week or so ago.
Right.
And now in fresh 29 inches in parts of New York, more than 2 feet from Maine to Maryland. So they're getting hit.
That's intense. I know there was some travel bans too for New York City and I believe New Jersey as well,
I
but
already
those were
said
lifted.
that.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
sorry.
That's
I was
okay.
supposed to say that too. So what are we all saying?
You were thinking it.
I was
but you said
thinking it.
She was thinking ahead, you guys.
All of us. We all have those moments. But in all seriousness, I'm glad, we're following this story. I know it's just serious for them as well. A lot of
course,
people are
yes.
stuck at home, school canceled. Like you said, you brought
Yeah.
up the schools. I did listen to that.
And then once the snow passes, it takes like weeks for the car
And
to
it's
get
still icy and
something. Yeah,
dangerous
it's
and
just-
wet,
so
all of that to
dangerous.
be on the road.
Cleanup is a
So,
mess. Yeah.
We're happy to be living here, you guys.
Yes. Talking about happy, this is a happy story.
It
At first, it
is.
was not. Okay, this is not a happy story, but now it is. You already know JetBlue, the Golden Doodle. So this is actually a video of what happened. So this was at Harry Reid Airport, and this is when a woman, a 26-year-old woman, tied her dog, the Golden Doodle, they're named JetBlue now, to one of the sizers there and just left the dog. And this was all because she didn't have the proper paperwork when it came to animal service. And you need to have that all before you head to the airport.
You think?
And yes, but this woman thought that she could just rebook her ticket according to our report, but that didn't happen. She ended up
most
just,
people would have left and rescheduled.
Yes.
Nope.
No, she just left the dog there, and it's just so heartbreaking. Thankfully, Metro Police came. The officers were there to help the Golden Doodle out. One of the officers, though, is now
The new owner.
of
Yes.
JetBlue after thousands, I believe 2 more, actually more than 2,000. There we go. That I'm
Yes.
trying to say. Applications were for this Golden Doodle. So again, it's just so heartwarming to see that it was a major happy ending for here. We were there during the ceremony when Metro spoke, the family, and I was also reading, Kirsten, that the family, I believe it's Officer Skeeter, is that the last name? With his family, they were actually filing application to become, rescue. And they wanted to adopt a Golden Doodle last year. Can you believe
Okay.
that?
Oh
And it
my
all worked
gosh.
out. Like life has a way.
It
all
does.
worked out.
It
So
does.
so happy.
Good timing for
JetBlue
them.
Airways also donated thousands of dollars to the rescue group that had JetBlue for a while. Initially,
Retriever
JetBlue.
rescue, right?
Yes, the Retriever Rescue. Initially, the Animal Foundation had the Golden Doodle first on the 10-day hold. Then that's when the former owner, didn't come to pick up the pup. So then it was transferred to that rescue. So happy ending, a lot to go over there, but it's a wonderful story.
It is, and it makes us wonder for our question of the
sure
day,
does.
Daryl.
Options, and why not expand that to have you ever adopted a pet? We put a couple options for you on the screen. No surprise, the dog is the most popular adoption. However, I'm a cat adopter. And maybe you've got a guinea pig or a snake. Anything else you might have
Capybara,
adopted?
maybe. Who knows?
Anything. There's some others in there as well. Exotic animals, you name it. Who knows? But let us know. We'll scan the QR code now or go to 8newsnow.com/vote. We'll check on those results at the end of the show.
Yeah, and remember, only adopt if you can, because I know sometimes we get excited when we go to a shelter and we're like, oh, let's just take the dog. But it's a huge responsibility, a huge commitment. A lot of love and patience and time. So just keep that in mind, okay? Because you don't want to bring the pup or the cat back because you couldn't take care of them. So just FYI. All right, guys, stay with us. We'll talk more about what's going on in the world and Olympics. Can you believe that? Hockey. Woo, that was an incredible game. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
And we do thank you for joining us, Ozzy and myself, on this Monday. We hope you had a good weekend. Going to tell you a little bit more about closures. And, you know, they always say that our national flower should be the cone, the traffic cone, because we're always having improvements in projects. The Rancho Drive improvements begin today, and they will last for a year and a half. All right. So this is happening on Rancho from Sahara to Charleston. We've got the map there for you. Rancho will be reduced to one lane in both directions. Of course, expect traffic delays, and those alternate routes that you're going to want to consider, of course, are the I-15 or Valley View. The cost for this project, this 18-month-long project, is $30 million, and some of the things they'll be doing, there's a list of like 20 things. I'm not going to overwhelm you with that, but new pavements, sidewalks, storm drain improvements, water line improvements, safety lights, better features, and traffic signal modifications. So just expect that in those areas.
Yeah, so it's a $30 million project, so it's a lot. And the headache, too. All right, let's talk about this massive school. It's going to be an elementary school in Skye Canyon. Let me tell you a little bit about this. I've heard chit-chat about this for 2 years. I actually went out just to kind of see and scope it out. It's huge. We even had to take out a drone just to kind of check it all out. So this conversation has been going on for quite a minute. So the Las Vegas City Council just approved plans for a massive new elementary school, like I said, in Skye Canyon in Northwest Valley. To basically, they're saying that area is growing. The urban area rule is just growing and growing. This is a story our News Now, Josh Figueroa has been covering. This is located near Skye Canyon Park in Schaumburg, just to give you some reference there. The school will have about 60 classrooms, more than 60 classrooms, and have about 850 students. That is big for an elementary school. The outer ring Las Vegas, like I said, is booming, but we also told you about kind of that $50 million budget shortfall for the school district. But that's within, the Clark County, the outer area. That's where we're seeing the growth, just to kind of explain there. You might also remember that the Nevada Department of Education sought more than $700 million from lawmakers as well, just to kind of help with the school needs when it comes to money. And the construction will begin this summer with an expected opening for 2027-2028 school
That's right
year.
around
Just
the corner.
to wrap that up. It's going to be fast as well. So a lot of questions here too when it comes to funding, but also there's some positive notes as well. There's growth. We need the schools as well for all these students.
5th largest school district in the nation.
Yeah.
Although you wouldn't know it by our per pupil funding, but
yeah.
That's another
a drop
story.
in enrollment.
All right, the miracle on ice that took 46 years. Where were you all Sunday morning at 5 a.m.? In front of your TVs, watching the men's hockey? We know Daryl was.
You were.
Yeah, no, I had an alarm set. I had an alarm set. Was I on time? I might have been a little late.
Okay.
They were in play by the time I was coherent. And I might have dozed back one more time. Again, I was like, okay, wait, no, it's the third. Wait, no, all right, let's lock in. But yes, no, very, very exciting. Fun game, stressful, another overtime game. The women's went to overtime as well.
Yeah.
And their overtime moves are slightly different. But each time the American team prevailed, and the men's team follows suit just like the women's, bringing home gold over Canada, which, of course, is the most dominant nation when the Winter Olympics come around for hockey. So big deal. Some Golden Knights on the roster on both sides as well. Mark Stone's on the other side. You'll see on the Canada side. But yeah, no, really happy. And then I'm very emotional afterward when they were honoring one of the late NHL players, had his family and kids. Very emotional scene, but great stuff. Great stuff. Congrats.
Yeah, as you were mentioning, there's Toothless Wonder there in
Jack
the middle
Hughes.
there. Yeah,
Jack Hughes.
Oh my gosh.
People are calling him a hero.
Well, but of course, because he got it, yeah. But they had, as Daryl mentioned, Johnny Gaudreau and his brother were killed by a drunk driver in August of last summer. I think shortly before their sister was due to get married. Just a horrific loss. He would have been on the team competing. His parents, his wife, his widow, his kid, all in the stands. And then, of course, with his jersey there. And they had the jersey up during the whole Olympic competition time period, too, in the locker room. So they said that win was for him. So very special.
That is very special. Did you guys see the closing ceremony?
Bits and pieces.
No.
It was really artistic, I will say, from what I did see.
What about you? Did you check it out?
I was just looking on social media. It looked fantastic. I did see the video. They posted a little bit and also online about Kate Hudson, kind of talking about for the next Olympics as well.
2028.
So that was powerful. She was singing California Dreamin'. And then it was a powerful video. I don't know. I saw the video as well. But you also talked about it during the 10 a.m. as well, how the closing ceremony.
Yeah.
What they had.
Tribute, of course, to all the athletes that participated, thousands of athletes across the nation, across the world. And really, everybody's excited now to look forward to 2028 to the Summer Games. We know that the winter ones are more niche sports, and then we'll see all the more mainstream popular events during the summer, but ultimately it went well. I didn't hear any, big scandals. There was the injury to Lindsey Vonn, but other than that, it was I think a successful Winter Olympics.
And FYI, flag football
2028 for the first
2028
time.
to
I
debut.
know.
I'm
It's gonna
so
be great.
excited for that.
Yeah.
So a lot happening in Los Angeles.
Oh, and
for
it's the first
2028.
stateside game since 2002 when the Winter Olympics were held back in Salt Lake. I was working at Reno for the CBS at the time. We drove over. 8-hour drive. Ugh. Now, I didn't get tickets to the opening ceremonies, but we went to all like the fun after parties. So that I can't say I went to the 2002 Winter Olympics,
had
but
quite
I
an
was in Salt
experience.
Lake for it.
Good. Yeah. Oh, you always talk about your experiences in Reno. I love it. And in Reno. I love it.
That's why she likes the cold temps
I
a little
know.
longer.
In
She's like, it's
Reno.
warming up.
I'm like, too soon.
All right, guys, stay with us. We'll be talking about the Rock and Roll series, kind of a recap about it, and also Scale the Strat. We'll be
How
right
much
back.
they raised.
A lot of money.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me get my mouth ready because I've been stuttering a bit today. Thank you so much. I'm Ozzy Mora.
I'm Kirsten Joyce. We brought you that update, that wonderful update on JetBlue being adopted by the officer and his family, the Golden Doodle, which brings us to the question of the day. Daryl, we want to find out what people adopting.
Yes, no, we just wanted to know. We have plenty of pet lovers and people who are excited to go and adopt. So we were like, hey, have you all adopted a pet? Because everybody hasn't, you know.
Yeah.
It took me a long time before.
It's a
I didn't have one growing
responsibility,
up, but yes. So mostly, yes, dogs and cats. No surprise there. Did either of you have an obscure pet growing up?
Oh my gosh, I had them all. I had a
yes.
snake, I had land crabs, I had the hamsters, gerbils, tortoises, cockatiels, dogs, cats. Yeah.
Fish?
Oh yeah.
I had a
They
rooster.
always died. Dang fish.
A rooster, does that count? Rooster?
I suppose. But
Yeah.
so did you adopt all of those, Kirsten? Or?
Well,
Yeah,
I
did
mean, you
you-
just go buy them.
you just
go buy 'em.
buy 'em.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did get our dog from the local pound, of course.
Okay. Right, because there's different methods, right? No, the
Right,
more you know.
yes.
We went to a farm to get the rooster.
Aw.
It's just a random farm. And The rooster was just running around. My mom was so mad all the time, waking us up. But that was my dad. He was just, I guess, adventurous. But I love the rooster. His name was Paco.
How long did he live?
6 years. And then, hold on, let me tell you. Then one day, my mom, she wakes up and she tells me, because I noticed the rooster was gone. I was like, where's the rooster? And let's see if you guys understand. She's like, he went to a very hot, boiling home and he'll be safe. I was like, oh, okay, Mom. Thank you. Now, as I got older, I understood what she was saying. But when I'm little, it's like, oh, a loving home. Oh, no, I'm traumatized.
He was running around, you said.
Yeah.
Like the people were on the strip.
Are you talking about, what are you talking about? A rock and roll series? Is that what you're trying to get at? Thousands of people participated. It was packed. And Daryl, you were saying you got stuck in some traffic.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. I was doing some editing here yesterday, and y'all know we were right off the strip. And we tried to tell you. I should have been listening.
I was going to say,
closely.
but you had to work, so there was no.
Yeah.
You can try to get a little work done. And then I leave here at about 3:30. I almost called the newsroom to be like, hey, did y'all hear anything about going down on the strip? Why is it shut down? Road closed. Is there breaking news? And I said, oh.
You literally have been talking about this all week, Daryl.
And normal 20-minute trip was about an hour. I was stuck on Maryland near Charleston. Oh my goodness,
Look at that.
Undrivable.
Well,
But the marathon was great. The running series was great. Saturday, Sunday. Some of our 8 News Nowsers were in there as well. So congrats to everybody who ran.
It's a tremendous event, right?
It was a 5K, the 10. The 5K was on Saturday.
Half marathon.
It was just a signature marathon on Sunday as well. We have the winners on our website too, because there were several. There was one from Utah, Arizona, one from Henderson. So there were several. So I always like to highlight them because they work so hard as well.
Yeah, they
and
do.
train for this.
24,000 runners.
Yes, a ton.
Travis Feeney won in the men's.
There you go.
Hansen took the women's.
Is she from Henderson or was that Arizona?
I don't know. I just have their name.
One of them was from Henderson.
That the women's winner said that pretty girls run or hot girls run was her statement.
That's cool.
Live your
That's
life.
Good, yes.
I support it.
And climb stairs too, maybe.
What'd you say?
And maybe climb stairs.
Oh, yes.
If you weren't
Strap the
running,
scale.
then maybe you were scaling the strat, right? We had how many people did it? 650, Ozzy.
650. Sorry, I said
Yes.
strap the scale.
I know. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Scale the strat. All right, Kirsten, give us information.
$315,000 raised. Way to go.
Which is impressive because their goal was 276,000 or 267.
Yeah, and they were close to that and they cleared it.
Yeah, they made much more, which is fantastic, supporting anyone battling lung disease and breathing issues. 46-year-old German Rolf Hascher was the winner. So good for him.
Congrats.
Yeah.
I think it was in 7 minutes or was it 9 minutes? I
Yeah.
read it during the
One of the
noon.
two.
9 minutes.
There we go.
You're right. Yes.
9 minutes. So that's like 161 steps per minute, maybe 62. That takes, energy.
Yeah,
and
that
a lot
takes
of
a lot
practice.
of endurance and practicing for sure.
Well, they even had a practice climb that we also told them about.
yeah, that was
I
at
think,
Thomas and
Cashman?
Mack this
Or-
year, right? Or
was it
Cashman?
Cashman?
Cashman,
Okay.
I think.
All
Cashman. Oh, I'm getting it right now. Yes.
Now they're still taking donations
Yeah.
through March. So if you had someone reach out to you and they're like, "Can you please help support my efforts?" You still can through March.
Yeah, it's a great cause. So proud. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all we have for you today. We appreciate you for being here. Make sure to join our conversation every single day. All you have to do is scan that QR code, take a picture of it for later, and join the convo. Bye.
We were a little giddy today, weren't we?
It's okay. It's a Monday. It's a little
It's pretty good for a Monday.
giddy Monday.
We'll see you at 8 News Now at 4.
Bye.